politics.
Yeah.
And we started, like, why are more dumb people, like, have a voice?
True. We were saying just before we started to record, we were talking about the US as an example of why people are usually following other people who should not be followed, and how these people are influencing the common sense.
Like a good example would be the guy from Infowars. What's his name?
I did forget what
that guy.
Yeah. Well, maybe people will not notice more
because I have Joe Rogan, but Joe Rogan is a good guy.
He's a good guy. He is a good guy. He is a good guy.
So Infowars, Google Infowars, please. Infowars.
I'm taking time, fact checking, double checking. Not trying to be fake news.
Infowars is a right American conspiracy theory fake news website owned by Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, yeah.
So Alex Jones, is a good example of this. Like someone who has a huge audience, and who is propagating fake news, the right definition of fake news.
Yeah, true. It was what he did.
And just before we started, also we talked about John Oliver. Who is doing the right thing because he's doing investigation, fact checking, and everything, and he destroyed this guy.
Yeah, which takes a lot of time and effort, and these people are usually not good enough to do all of these things.
Exactly. So, and the argument you were advancing is here in Algeria we see it more.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's different. It's different compared to the United States. I think here in Algeria, we do lack having real people that we refer to.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, people, especially these days, are referring to people that I don't think should be referred to, and having extremist ideas, and we do not feel like there are some people that everyone can listen to. And the same thing is happening as well in the United States, but I think that it's a very big country. A lot of people are there. There's a huge difference between people living in the United States. That's why I personally hate when people say it's typically American. Nothing is typically American.
Yeah, it's human.
It's human, yeah, because the United States cannot be, you cannot say what American is, or even though people say the fat guy who goes to McDonald's.
Just as you are saying this about America and Algeria, a lot of people say, Algeria, it's really different country and we are special. No, we are not special.
I don't think so, yeah.
We have our heritage, we are Algerian, we are proud North Africans, and we
True.
have, like I used to say with my friends, we are a bastardized country and culture.
Yeah.
But in a good way, because we had a lot of different influences from a lot of things. We are from North Africa. Basically, we are Africans.
True.
We are Berbers. We have been colonized by Romans. We have been
a lot of people.
We have been mixed with Phoenicians. We have been colonized at the time by Ottomans.
Yeah.
We have been colonized by French people. We have been raided by the northern people, the Vandals and the Vikings and everything. Spanish people, Italian people. We are a melting pot of civilizations. We have a lot of different things in our culture. We have words we use every day that are from French, Arabic, Berber, Spanish, Italian.
Totally.
When I was young, my grandmother told me, I'm going to the Bogato.
Bogato.
Yeah, and I was the guy who has the case. What is this? No, it was a lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
Because in Spanish, it's abogado.
Oh yeah, that's a very good example. Yeah, sure.
So this is for my grandmother's generation.
Yeah, sure.
This is the word everybody used to refer to a lawyer.
So the point is that we did have a mix of cultures from around the world, especially in Europe and the Middle East, and Ottomans as well, and French. So the United States shares this as well. It was a colonized country who has everything, as you may notice from people speak a lot of French. When you go to Louisiana, when you go to Texas, to a lot of places.
So they have Spanish people, Italian people, English people,
from Scotch and British.
Scottish.
They do have communities.
Scots.
Scotch is the drink.
Yeah. No. Scottish is the language.
And Ireland. Yeah.
Irish people, Italians, Spanish, French.
They have whole communities
everywhere.
There. China, from Japan.
Japan, Vietnam.
And don't get me started with Latin America.
Yeah. And since the 50 last years, also Middle Easterns.
A lot.
Africans.
A lot.
Slavery.
Yes. Yeah.
all of this makes
but I think
big melting pot.
Yeah. So now if we
and don't forget Native Americans,
yeah,
which were almost wiped out.
Yeah, true.
So the big difference.
This is debatable as well, but I don't want to start this now.
What
the genocide of the.
No, seriously, it's historical.
No, it's it's a little bit debatable, but you know.
What is debatable?
That they had a genocide. I mean, the way that people are talking about. I mean, the Europeans killed a lot of Native Americans, but they were killed as well because of many disease and everything.
Yeah, but the diseases also were brought by the Europeans.
Yeah, of course, but it was not.
This is why it was so effective. They didn't know at first,
yeah, sure.
And then they weaponized this.
It's true.
As soon as they see, like, okay, they are not immune against this thing that is ravaging Europe, so now we are immune to it.
Yeah, sure.
So they think that, this tribe died because of this.
Yeah,
let's give
they just
these
shook
covers.
Hands and
No, they brought covers like, here, take this couverture.
Yeah, like captain.
Couverture, Zawra.
Yeah.
So give this to this tribe, and they are nice people, and everybody dies.
Yeah, true.
Of illness. So
let's get back.
The thing is, what is the difference between USA, Europe, Asia, and African countries?
Specific difference?
In regards to what we are seeing in the news, on the web, and everything. So you never hear about Asia except if something really big happens.
Yeah, like a tsunami or something.
Yeah, why? Because the culture is so different, the language is so foreign that nobody looks there except if they have special interest there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, but in Asia, it's the same thing regarding the rest of the world.
Yeah, sure.
So we have like a clear separation between the two. And then we go to Europe. Europe is the old world. Because they built the civilization during like the industrial revolution started there and expanded. Like they had they had like the dark ages and then the Renaissance and so the history goes back really a long time.
Really.
And then you have America, which is the country that was colonized by Europe and went really big, really fast because Europeans built it with a lot of unlimited resources at the time there.
True.
And then you have Africa, which was colonized by everybody for a very, very long time.
Literally, they did, like they separated everything.
Exactly, and they separated everything.
Cake,
like Africa, the Middle East, we had the same problem.
Yeah, okay.
And so it was like stopped in its evolution. It was drained of its resources.
In wars.
Exactly.
And after even the colonizer left, they had wars.
We have always like between 20 and 50 years to catch up on technology and evolution.
Yeah, sure, maybe more.
Like on culture and on everything. Even if we have like our culture, which is really rich, but we cannot express it. Even like Africans don't know well their culture because of all of what we cited
they have been through. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So now we are taking back all of this, and thanks to the internet, now everybody almost, because it's the continent which is the less connected.
Sure, yeah.
But it's starting to go better and better. So we are starting to get back to our roots and take back our culture and take back our heritage. And this is a good thing.
It is.